Jim, can you just give us your assessment of that game at Barnet today?
Yeah, it was definitely an enjoyable game for the neutral. I think loads of attacking football involved. I think both teams will feel they gave the opposition one goal each, and then Barnet thereafter managed to score one of their chances, and we didn't manage to score any of our many chances thereafter. I think a game of two halves is an easy one to use. Barnet definitely the better team in the first half, but we felt in the dying embers of the first half we could have scored 2 goals. I think there was a scramble in and around the net where I don't know if we hit the bar or the post or a combination of both, but it just felt like it was destined to go in, but it somehow didn't. It squirmed over and sat on the top of the net, and we had another chance there also, again right at the end, and yeah, it just gave us greater belief going into the second half. I think the second half spirit, fight and performance actually was one that was really warming, to be honest, and yeah, on the balance of play I feel that bare minimum we deserve at least a point here today.
What did you change, or what did change from sort of the first 40 minutes of that game to the end of the second half, the end of the first half, and then the second half performance as well?
A couple of tactical tweaks, but in the main, just more courage and belief. We were really disappointed with ourselves with the first goal, and it was a body blow that we didn't want to give up in the game, especially to a side as good as Barnet. And then the memories of last year's games are in the players' minds that are still here. So it's difficult, that emotional test when you feel like you've had a disappointing moment as a team, to react to that. I think the players were still trying to get through that, and it took them almost a whole half. But as I say, the dying moment of the first half gave us belief, and then at half time it was literally that. Do we believe we can win the second half based on what we just did in the last 5? I believed we could, and that's all I wanted to see from the team, really. And I can't fault them at all in terms of spirit, fight, and the chance after chance elements out of the second half felt for us. The players were so distraught at the end. It's one of the most disappointed I've seen them at the end of a game, because they know I don't have to tell them too much at the end of that game. They just know. They know they deserve more. They know they should have had at least a point. But I think in their heart of hearts, they're daring to think that they deserve to win against a Barnet team that is actually much better than last year, and this team blew us away last year.
I know you just mentioned that. I know you mentioned after the game on Tuesday about the experience that we had here last year, Barnet obviously getting that victory then. Would you say that in terms of, I know you just said that they've improved, but we've closed that gap from where we were to them last season?
I feel exactly that. They were the top side last year, but they've built on top of the top side. Their armoury now is much thicker, and yeah, the game, the margins in the game will show you when you reflect on it cold. I feel that the margins are going to be so fine, and as I say, we were quite fairly good for a point today. So that in itself is a degree of measure that we've moved closer towards the teams at the top of this division. Barnet finished really high up the division, highest outside of automatic promotion. So yeah, to become closer to these teams is a good sign, and yeah, we're growing.
I know that the injury kind of list is mounting up as well, isn't it? Recently, no Fergie today. Is he added to that as well, or what's the issue there?
Yeah, Kyle's got a minor injury, very minor. Hope it won't be too long at all. He might even join us next week, so not too big a problem whatsoever. Yeah, the injury list is mounting. We don't want to talk too much about it. I'm just proud of the squad and the players that we do have that came here today to give everything, and go away very unlucky not to take at least a point.
Into the Cup next week, first round proper. We hope to have more bodies back by then. We don't want to talk about the injury list, but we hope to have at least some bodies back by then.
Potentially one, maybe. We'll see. I'm not too sure, to be honest. We'll have to take stock of all that after the weekend, go back and see how we're all feeling and doing Monday. But yeah, we hope at least one maybe of our guys might be back with us, which every single one of them are a massive help to the team and the squad. And yeah, no matter who's out there, Greg, we'll be very excited about the game, very excited about the challenge of welcoming Bromley and trying our very best to beat them. And we believe we've got a competitive chance against anyone at the Crown Royal. We're looking forward to it.
And it's like a lot of confidence from that second half as well.
Definitely, we have to. Once the guys are over the disappointment and we start to show them some of the brilliant stuff they did and how we had Barnet so stressed in that second half, it can only entice further belief. There's plenty of positives to take from this game.